This is a demonstration of the game logic programmed into the controller for a drag racing game. Let's start up the game. And what that's going to do is it starts off the red light at the bottom here. When I press the start button located here, you'll notice that the lights start turning on. After the last light, the number display located up here generates a random number. The number 5 indicates that we need to press the 5th button on one of the control panels. This being number 1, number 2, number 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. If I press any button other than number 5, nothing will happen. So let's give that a test. Notice nothing happened. If I press the 5 button, you can hear a relay clicking, which is located over here. Notice the relay is moving up and down. Same thing goes for the other control box. If I press any of the keys, other than the 5th button, this one here, nothing will happen. So when I press the 5th button, that corresponding relay triggers. When the relay does trigger, what happens is the current that goes into this relay gets transferred over to the power supply located here. I've got probes connected to it to demonstrate that when the relay does trip, I do get 120 volts coming out of that power supply. So there will be a belt sander connected to that power so that when you do activate the corresponding button, you will activate your belt sander. At any point in time, we can reset the game by pressing the reset button, and you'll notice that the display resets back to 0. And we're back to the red light state. Also, when the game is starting up, during the sequence of the amber lights, if we were to press any of the control buttons on the display here, the player will be disqualified, and the corresponding white light will be lit up. So let's give that a try. So notice I pressed the button before the numerical display displayed a number, so the white light corresponding to the second player lit up to indicate that they're disqualified. Let's reset one more time, and this time let's run it through. We see the number 2 is the active number, so if we press the number 2 on the pad, that activates the control for that player, or this one over here for this player. All the other ones have been disabled. Once the corresponding button is pressed, the corresponding belt sander will be activated, which means that will launch a car down a track towards the limit switches. These are the limit switches here, and when a car races through hitting these limit switches, that will indicate the end of the race, and the corresponding player will be indicated as the winner using the white lights again. So these white lights indicate disqualifying. These white lights represent winning. So this is winning player 1, this is winning player 2. So if player 1 reaches the end first, his light will light up, indicating that that player has won. The numerical display will animate to show that the race is over and we're now ready to reset the game. So again, we can press the reset button, and that resets the game back to the starting state. Again, pressing the start button activates the lights. That displays a random number, 6 in this case, so we have to press the 6th key on the keypad to activate the control, and then once the car reaches the end, let's say player 2 reaches the end this time, then player 2's winning light will illuminate, and the animation sequence at the end will be demonstrated at the top.